either once or twice a year, and just to bring family or friends from out of town, just so they can visit the shops and check out all the local flair of this area. It's historical. There's like the church, for instance. That's an old Catholic church. Probably been around since, I guess, the Spanish settled here. Other than that, probably I'd say like the architecture and the food. Blend of Spanish, native, and Mexican artwork and architecture. Y'all call it the parolitos, the luminarias, yeah. I'd probably say parking, just so it's more accessible. And actually, that's probably the only thing I was going to change. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
I visit Old Town on a regular basis. I would say about 4 to 6 times a year, and on special occasions. And that's why I would attend. But one of the reasons we attend is we were married at the gazebo. Old Town is a traditional Albuquerque location. The Catholic Church, the plaza, there's entertainment, usually throughout the summer. The vendors, there's Native Americans who sell their jewelry. This of Old Town is the diversity of people in Old Town. Again, it is a tourist spot, but the locals, there's always, it ties into their tradition, so the locals continue to come back.
Okay.
There is, for Christmas, they have lighting of the trees. There's a holiday stroll where they light all the luminarias, which is also a New Mexico tradition. There are weddings at the plaza, and there is entertainment, and again the vendors. I think more people come to the plaza for the native vendors.
Great.
Tourists do come to visit Old Town. However, one of the changes as a local is to see maybe a little bit more of compromise, because the shops do tend to be a little bit more expensive due to the tourism.
Well, I come here as often as I can. It's very close to home. It's at the center of Albuquerque. I come here because there's plenty of places to ride your bike, even if you just want to walk your dog, walk along the river, stuff like that. Like I said, it's like at the center of Albuquerque, and it's really beautiful any time of year you come. All of the seasons. There's a lot to offer. There's fishing at the lakes across the river. Just really a beautiful sight to see. There's a great bike path that runs from the south end of Albuquerque all the way into the north end of Albuquerque, which is miles and miles. And closer to the river, where it's unpaved, there's a bunch of walking paths. Like I said, you can walk your dogs, and very close to the river. I can't think of any actual big events. I know that there's like some venues and things that you can stop on along your way. Like when you're riding your bike, there's plenty of places to stop in between, coffee, places to eat, stuff like that. And of course, a lot of people are attracted to the fishing. As far as like sustainability goes, I would like to see, and I know they have been doing this, but definitely planting of more trees. Preserving some of the more common areas, and inhibiting the city from, creating, making this a place where they have large venues just to preserve the land. Yeah.
I come more often for like recreational purposes, whether it's running or biking or taking the dogs for a walk. Because it's a place where people can gather to be active and just take in the beauty of New Mexico. It's a very unique space because we live in a desert. So we're used to the very dry climates, but this is like a forest area in the middle of the desert. So I feel like it's a very unique feature, because how often do you see a forest in the middle of the desert? Part of the Run for the Zoo used to take place here, and I'm sure it will again once everything has calmed down with COVID. But I think a lot of people come here for active reasons, just to get out, and it's a beautiful space to be active. cleaning up after people is after people littering is like a huge thing. You have all this beautiful space and then it's kind of ruined and diminished by people just throwing their clutter wherever they want to. And then this has more to do with climate, but it's also I would like to see the water levels rise a little bit, and that's not going to take